Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today I want to share a short story with you that has the power to change the way you think about your life, your struggles, and your future. This is not just a story. It's a mirror. And if you listen carefully, you might see yourself in it. There was once a young man named Arjun who lived in a small, crowded town. Every morning, he woke up to the same noise, the same dusty streets, and the same feeling in his chest, a heavy feeling that whispered, "This is it. This is all your life will ever be." Arjun believed the world was unfair to him. He believed success belonged to lucky people, rich families, and those born with talent. He believed he was ordinary, invisible, and stuck. Each day, he complained. He complained about his job, his lack of money, his failures, and the people around him who seemed to move ahead while he stayed behind. When someone succeeded, he said, "They're just lucky." When someone worked hard, he said, "What's the point? Hard work doesn't change destiny." His mindset became a prison, but he didn't realize he was the one who had locked the door. One evening, after another exhausting day, Arjun sat alone on a bench near an old railway station. Trains passed by, carrying people to places he could only imagine. He sighed and said out loud, "Some people are meant to win, and some are meant to watch." An old man sitting nearby heard him. The man had simple clothes, calm eyes, and a quiet smile. He turned to Arjun and asked, "Why do you think the train moves?" Arjun looked confused. "Because it has an engine," he replied. The old man nodded. "And what happens if the engine stops?" "The train stops," Arjun said. The old man smiled again and said, "Your mind is the engine of your life. When it stops believing, your life stops moving." Arjun laughed softly. "Belief doesn't change reality," he said. The old man picked up a small stone from the ground and placed it in Arjun's hand. "What do you see?" he asked. "A stone," Arjun replied. "And what do you believe it is worth?" the old man asked. "Nothing," Arjun said. The old man then said, "If you believe it's nothing, you'll throw it away. But if someone believes it's gold, they'll protect it with their life." The stone didn't change. Only the belief did. And that belief changed actions, choices, and outcomes. Arjun stayed silent. For the first time, his thoughts felt challenged. The old man continued, "You wake up every day believing you are weak, unlucky, and behind. So you act weak, hesitant, and afraid. Then life responds exactly the way you expect it to." That night, Arjun couldn't sleep. The old man's words echoed in his mind. He realized something painful but powerful: his life looked the way it did because his thinking looked the way it did. He had been waiting for life to change before changing his mindset, not knowing that mindset comes first. The next morning, nothing around him had changed. The same room. The same town. The same problems. But Arjun decided to try something different. He told himself, "I may not be the best, but I can improve." It felt strange, even fake, but he said it anyway. At work, instead of doing the bare minimum, he focused. When things went wrong, instead of saying, "I always fail," he said, "This is a lesson." When he felt tired, he reminded himself, "Growth is uncomfortable." These were small changes, almost invisible. But something powerful was happening. His inner voice was changing. Days turned into weeks. Weeks turned into months. Arjun didn't suddenly become rich or famous. But he became disciplined. He learned new skills after work. He read books instead of complaining. He stopped comparing his journey to others. Most importantly, he stopped seeing obstacles as signs to quit and started seeing them as tests to grow. One day, he failed badly at something he truly cared about. Old Arjun would have given up. Old Arjun would have said, "I knew it. I'm not meant for this." But this time, he felt disappointed, yes, but not defeated. He said to himself, "This failure doesn't define me. My response to it does." That moment changed everything. Opportunities started appearing, not because the world suddenly became kind, but because Arjun became ready. People noticed his effort. His confidence grew quietly. His mindset became stronger than his fear. And with each challenge he faced, he realized a simple truth: life doesn't respond to your wishes, it responds to your mindset. Years later, Arjun returned to the same railway station. The same bench. The same sound of trains. But he was no longer the same person. He smiled, remembering the version of himself who once believed he was stuck forever. He understood something now that many people never do: your mindset is not just how you think, it's how you live. If you believe you are powerless, life will overpower you. If you believe you can grow, life will test you, and make you stronger. The story isn't about Arjun. It's about you. If you believe change is impossible, you'll find reasons to stay the same. If you believe growth is possible, you'll find ways to move forward. Your past does not control your future, your mindset does. You don't need perfect conditions to start. You need a decision. So the next time life feels heavy, remember this: you don't change your life by waiting for better days. You change your life by changing the way you see today. The moment your mindset shifts, your direction shifts. And when your direction shifts, everything else eventually follows. Thank you for listening. If this story made you think, take a moment to reflect. Because sometimes, one change in mindset is all it takes to change an entire life.